Hey, welcome back, my friends. This is Andrew with LFG, and we're doing our Soul Level 1 Run Challenge. Um, yeah, this is going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to working our way towards Anne Orlando. Right now, we're obviously going to be working through the area up to Anne Orlando, the fortress, and this is going to be a bit of a trap slash difficult area. It's not too bad, but damage-wise, there's definitely some vulnerabilities and things that can happen along the way. So you might see me die a few times, but hopefully not. And of course, once we get to the golem, that'll be interesting because Sen's Fortress is fun. But anyways, before we begin, actually, as we're loading up the game, I'd like to make an announcement. Due to kind generosity by those that are watching and those of my good friends of the channel, I am going to be able to go ahead and get a proper viewing camera here soon. It's not going to be the best in the world, but definitely a lot better than what I currently have. I'm currently using as you can see on the videos, the PS3 camera, and it is. I'll talk while I play. It is very low quality. It's at best it only does 480p, and it's difficult to see me. You really can't do full page videos. It's rough. So because of that, as well as the fact that it doesn't work with most software, I felt it'd be best to beef up to something that was a lot better. So, again, thank you to the kind generosity of people who have donated to my GoFundMe. If it weren't for you, I would not be able to go ahead and make this video, or at least make videos like this that are going to be, you can see me, we can have a full screen and not have a big deal. So, anyways, let's continue jumping into it again. Trying to remember what I was doing yesterday. It's been kind of a long time between then and now. I thought I was up closer to the blacksmith since we unlocked that, but I think I must have died at some point. I really should have reviewed yesterday's coverage. I guess it's kind of a spoiler, but not really. I kind of film these often in sections, and so they go out, and it's been a little while since I filmed the last one. Was I down here to farm? Don't think so. Tell you what, let's go ahead and I'm going to pause the recording due to the power of OBS. And then I'm going to check that out and come back and let's see exactly what I was pulling off, just so I don't waste your time trying to figure that out. Alright, and go back to it. Good thing I remembered to or thought to check. That's right. I can't believe I forgot. I worked all of our way through. Well, I remember working our way through the entirety of Blighttown, but I didn't realize that I stopped here. I thought it went all the way up to the blacksmith, but I didn't. So that's essentially what happened there. So, good thing. So what we'll do is we'll work our way back up to the blacksmith and Sen's Fortress. We could farm, but I really don't see the purpose of wasting everyone's time, especially when the first piece of farming gear to help us to get items quicker is up in Sen's Fortress anyway, so we might as well do that. And, yeah. Do I actually have the my weapons on me? I do. Okay, I think I've got the battle axe. I don't remember, because I want to get another weapon fully set up to be plus 15 for a few bosses where divine and fire just aren't a good idea. And so I think what I might do, especially because I have so much souls to work with, is I'm gonna go ahead and on the way up to the blacksmith, I'm going to get 2 more refined clubs, maybe just 1, so that way I can move forward. I always say that, it's like a strange thing of mine. Oh, that's right, that weapon was in risk, so that's why we switched over to fire. I reviewed a little bit of the video, but just to catch up to where I was, not to remember everything. So... Definitely not doing as much damage, but it's okay. And I wouldn't mind the extra souls that they give me, but I'm mainly fighting them because, as I've mentioned before, it's kind of safer to fight sometimes, or to get them triggered and then move around, than it is to actually just, you know, move right through them. They might smack you with their gigantic club, which not only does it do a lot of damage, especially with these kind of stats, but it usually poisons you the first or second strike unless you're wearing armor. If you're wearing armor, usually it's the second strike. So, by the way, we are going to go ahead and kill the dragon, the undead dragon over there later, just not right now. Figure what I'll do is I'll beef up a ranged weapon later, and then we'll take him on, because there is no meleeing that guy. Not really. And especially not at soul level 1. Kind of adjust some stuff. I'm also doing gaming related on the phone while I'm waiting for this to come down. It's kind of related to the channel, but it's also kind of not. So, might as well double task while you think about it. Settle here just in case, and let's also, I guess I don't have the repair thing yet, darn. We'll have to stick with the fire one anyway, so let's come on up here and purchase ourselves a reinforced club. Maybe I'll buy myself 2 for schmitz and giggles. And then on the way back, we'll purchase some gold pine resin from the vendor that we saw down there. That's probably a little difficult to see, but there's a vendor down there near where we got the ring early on. And he provides armor that's associated with bosses, and so like golem armor later, as well as some gold pine, a little bit of gold pine resin. I think it's 3 pieces, and just various other things. So we'll visit him as well. We'll try to save the majority of our souls, though. Hopefully we won't die and lose them, as they will be really, really helpful when it comes to the Crestfallen merchant that's in Sen's Fortress. So if you haven't played this game before and you're kind of just watching my content, there is a merchant there that I already knew about called the Crestfallen Merchant. And he's kind of a bummer, you know, he's not all that happy, but what it really boils down to, I figured I'd evade the AI on that one. What it really boils down to is he sells certain types of shards that I can use to upgrade my equipment right now, my weapons specifically. I can upgrade the armor, but I'm not going to upgrade it yet, although I have every intention to, mainly because it's not till I get to people like Ornstein and Smog, spoiler alert, that I'm really, really worried about, like, making sure I don't get blown up. Alright, anything else I want that I can get? Oh, interesting. I never really thought about it. You could use the spear in two-handed mode, because you'll technically have enough strength there. But I guess there's few enemies that I would want to use it on right now. I do love the range of it, though. But it's not, the range in two-handed isn't that good. That's probably why it's not on everyone's favorite list. He kind of keeps it more inward than in the one-handed version. So, alright, that's done. I'm silly. I put my my drink. It's a Splash Fizz from Walmart. It's a diet soda. I put it inside the freezer overnight and forgot about it, and came back to it today, and it is slushy. Slushy sodas can be good, but it needs to be slushy, not frozen, especially if it's diet, and it has to do with its carbonation consistency. While I'm walking down, I guess I can tell you about that kind of stuff. So the way it works is there's actually a great, much, oh yeah, that's right, they respawn. There's a much greater level of carbonation in most diet drinks than there is in regular drinks. I forgot the exact reason behind it. It probably has something to do with the way the xylitol interacts with things. It needs the extra carbonation, or maybe they do it because it affects your taste buds. I don't know. But you'll find that, like, for example, Diet Coke is much fizzier than standard Coke. Or Coke Zero is much fizzier than, than just Coke. And so the trick is, basically that carbonation also affects how it unfreezes itself. So when it's all super slushy, like a cone that you would get from a vendor outside, where it's still very, very edible, it's not rock hard like ice, then it's perfect. It's delicious, it's cold, it feels good, it's soothing, it satiates you. But when it's frozen during the unfreezing process, it kind of acts like a Slurpee, in the sense where, you know, when you get down to that last little bit and it's annoying as shit, because it turns into like a hard crystal that kind of tastes like something, but it's also disgusting. Same thing. So it gets often like that. So, all right. Well, I bought the master key just in case, kind of a, you know, get everything while you can, and then of course the 3 pine resins. So I guess I didn't have to buy the master key right now. It's 5K, but I don't know if I want to come visit that guy again for a while. So. Granted, one way to go ahead and also, since we're still waiting around and then we're doing our various things, one other way you can unfizz your frozen diet drink is, once you get to a certain point, this is, well, it's rock hard, but not just rock hard. The pressure, the extra carbonation that's in here, makes it difficult to untwist. Not in terms of like to literally untwist. It's about the same level of physical pressure, but it's a greater degree of internal pressure. So when you actually go to like, oh, we'll kill these guys for their small drop rate of Titanite, so I can save some money, plus the little bit of souls they give. But the internal pressure on the drink will, just a crossbow, but that's fine. It will basically make it so you're guaranteed to get an explosion. But it's beyond... Oh, wow. Oh, my God, look how close I am to death. I wasn't even thinking. Lucky me. Beyond the fact that it'll be like carbonation that'll come out, all the liquid is near the top, or at least it kind of, when you have it on its side, it tends to freeze that way. So you'll get basically, it'll get all over you. It'll get all over you. So you have to wait until there's a certain point that you can essentially knock it off the top of it. Then you can open it, and then from there you just have to let it completely melt to the point where it's, yeah, you get it. No one comes here for my drink advice. Sure, yeah, here's the large ember. Okay, now let's repair things. Cost is pretty low. Okay, and then okay, we don't have any of that, so purchase 9, reinforce the club. And then modify the reinforced club into a +6 club, and then reinforce that to 7, 8, 9. So almost a +10. And unlike the other weapons, the Divine and the Fire, that one can be used with, I have 1 dragon skill. Can't use the darn thing, but I have 1 dragon skill. Can't use that either. Crush Shield, well, it's mostly for magical damage. I don't need that right. We'll worry about it later. Anyways, Crest of Artorias. I don't really need that because I'm going to have to fight the other guy anyway, so that and then armor. Okay. Yeah. So the other weapons I have, they can't be used with pine resin, but that one can. So that's why I wanted to get one that could be used. So temporarily, you'll get one that does a considerable level of damage. You'll notice I haven't been doing the quest for what's his face, Sigmire. But that's just because I wanted to focus on other aspects. So, oh yeah, I'm still using the low damage one. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Well, I think that actually stuns him anyways. So, if anything, it's kind of. Oh, I got locked in there and doing animation. I was trying to back up, but I had already done that before. Come on, Cletus. Yeah, it kind of locks them in, sort of a stun lock. I really need to remember that that club is short range. Oh well. If he dies, he dies. No, I didn't die though. How much? You know, yeah, let's just use that instead. Okay. Behooves you to not waste all of your Estus early on if you can help him. And let's switch. See if that still stuns them or if it's only the fire element. If so, I think I'll actually keep my fire one on for when I'm fighting those guys. As I would much rather stun them and do minimal damage than do a little bit more damage, but then not have them stunned. Cool. Yay for bleed. We're going to try to get as much treasure while we're here as well. It is my intention to try to get things. The next bolt's going to hit me. Yep. It ends up working out anyways. In case I didn't mention it before, I think I did, but in case I didn't mention it before, your chance at receiving rare items from dead people drops the more, or increases rather, the more humanity, soft humanity is what it's called, that you have built up. So in this case, I have 4, and it maxes out at 10 in terms of your chance for damage. Although technically, if you're looking to get damage resistance, meaning you take less damage overall, then you want to go with, I'll leave that, then you want to go with 99. Right now. I don't think Sigmire's down there, but let's check when the rock drops. Oh, he is, I guess, technically. Yeah. Just in case, because, you know, you do initiate a Titanite shard if you do his little quest thing. I wonder if I still can. Yeah, no, okay, we're good with him. Awesome. One, a 2, a 3. 3. The man Serpent Greatsword, not the best weapon in the game, but really good for strength based. I never get it on a quality roll. The one time I can't use it, there it is. Oh, that's lovely. I love it. Alright. It's okay, we can get this done, because we got Batman on our side. Or as the little one says, Batman did it. Alright, here's some fun tricks. Okay, so there's a few different ways that you can handle this. Technically, I want to get gear. So I could choose to take advantage of it, or I could choose to not take advantage of it. But there's technically an easy way to get up there to the right, which is where you need to go, without, this is just warmer, otherwise I would have, without killing yourself, although you will take a lot of damage. And that's if you come up to the right, and I'm kind of pointing at the screen, but like if you come up here to the right where the balls are coming from, right as the gigantic boulder is about to impact you, if you face the opposite direction, so you're looking at the same direction it's moving, or its back is towards you, just as it's about to impact, if you hit the backs or the dash, well, it's technically the dash button, circle or B, depending on your controller, or A if you're on a Switch, you will just dash back. It's kind of like a jump back. If you don't press any movement buttons, you'll dash into the boulder, and for some weird reason, it doesn't knock you over. And so you have enough time to then be able to continue to run up and make your way to the device that allows you to turn where this ball's interacting. Otherwise, if you came out here, it'd be quite dangerous. But I'm not going to do that. Excuse me. Clear American. Just like Katina eats kilos. Good stuff. Anyways, what I'm going to do is not that. Instead, I'm going to run up here, and then just about here, I'm going to roll off, find this dude who's not happy with me, kill him off, and then grab some of the loot that's around here. So we'll come back, check over here. The black sorcerer armor. And then, that's right, there's a spell. Hush. Hush, hush. And then we can open up this gate and move forward past this interaction. Down. And of course we could do other stuff at this point. There's different ways, but that's not really what I'm here for. I want to keep searching the other section as well. But in other words, I'm just saying there are ways past that boulder. Still got me. That slumbering dragon crest ring technically makes it so that way you are nigh quiet, like almost invisible to noise, and so it's helpful, but that's not what I'm here for right now. What I'm here for is we want to slowly, but carefully, fall down here. And then there's actually going to be one of those Titanite demons, and we're going to fight him. So let's put on our shield, because we want his loot. Unlike some of the other ones in this game, he's actually not that strong. I want to try to get around to the other end. If you wanted to, you could wear the rusted iron ring around here, give you a little bit quicker movement. I was just hoping to take advantage of my increased defenses, so. And because you can't, you never take off the favor protection ring, called the FAP ring, kind of colloquially. You never want to take that off. These dudes are, because it'll break if you do, these dudes are immune to bleed, so that's not even a concern right now. By the way, you'll notice that in between strikes, I stop holding down block. This is something you want to do, otherwise you are not going to regenerate enough stamina in the meantime to avoid him breaking you when the time comes. So block, let it go for a second, block again right when it's about to come. Just know your timing. I'm not sure if it's parryable, that attack, but I really wouldn't recommend it. And when you're really close to the body, your chance of getting hit goes down, but it's not impossible. So just keep that in mind. Okay. So he'll drop a Demon Titanite. It's too bad I can't really use that for anything in this run. I mean, I guess there might be a little bit, but in general, no. Alright, let's... Actually, there's plenty of areas to walk through, so let's put that back on. Scythe. Skith, depending on your pronunciation. Those punks. I forgot about the lizards being in that specific area. I don't want to fight him if they can attack me there at the same time, so let's go ahead and head on in. And let's use the elevator to get some of the other things that are here. Or not elevator, this the ladder and elevator, jeez. Can you imagine the chaos of an elevator in a Dark Souls game? Everyone would lose their minds. And loot, but also invisible wall with another ladder, which if you take it up will take you to the top where there is a giant who I believe is also immune to bleed, but I could be wrong. But there's some loot there, as well as I think he himself dropped some loot. Maybe that's the loot. He's annoying, but so are they all. Not sure what's going on with the sound, why his body isn't making any, but yeah, that's really weird. Like, he's not making any sound. And he did that motion because he had gotten so stuck in a Titanite chunk. He got so stuck in his like animation, the whole sweeping attack, that to give you a chance to retaliate, it will go ahead and it'll give him, you know, like where he just kind of plomp down for a moment. So we get a chunk from killing him. That's the 3rd tier upgrades for normal weapons, so that's helpful. It'll make one of our reinforced clubs just a little bit better. And then I wonder if we can reach those snakes with Soul Arrow. They're just not deal enough damage. Our intellect is way too low. Of course. But it might be able to make it so that way they come down. Everyone doesn't like us with lightning. Yeah, see, sometimes if you trigger that, they will come down, but I'm thinking maybe not this time. I probably should have killed them on the way. Oh well. Oh wow, okay. Not a big deal. Not as long as I don't die on the way back, that is. I guess just in case, let's do a ring of sacrifice. I would like to keep those the souls, obviously. So we'll do a ring of sacrifice, and then let's do this. Let's do what the pros do. We'll manipulate the encounter to help us out with these first few dudes. Not trigger that. Come up, get them angry. So one down. There we go. No! And that's why... Whoa, I didn't die? Holy crap! Holy crap! No, no, no. Roll. Dodge rolls. Rolls like crazy. How did I not die from that? I mean, I'll take it. But dang, okay, alright. Let's, well, now that we got that back, let's swap back to the Rusted Iron Ring. When we killed the demons, they're gone, so that demon's gone. And so would this one be if we killed it, but, I like that. I wonder how much damage I'd do to him with my... I mean, he has lightning, but if I dodge him, I'm okay. I wonder how much damage I deal to him. A little bit hard to strike him. 32, huh? Maybe we can weaken him just enough that I can go out and finish him without being too much of a risk from those lizards, and then I can make my way out of here. Cheese. He does jump over a few of them. This is not going to finish him off by any means, but... Ooh, Mendued that one out just in time. Yeah, see, it's still pretty hard to avoid all the fire coming my direction. Do you have any other way to get out of the way of potential lightning? I can kind of see through the menu. I guess I got some black fire bombs. Ooh, and some resin. Let's give it a try. Let's do some resin. Beefed up. We'll see if we do enough to come out, whack them a few times, and then move back. I did extra damage there because when I struck, technically the game considered him in the air, and so you get extra damage for that. Okay, so he's down. There are two more Demon Titanite guys over here. But unlike the other two, these ones do way more damage. Plus, one's right here and one's way down there. And the one that's right here tends to get support from the one in the back. They do more damage, they have more health. It's so strange. They watch, like when I hit him, see how I'm literally doing like half the damage of what I did before. And so, plus the guy's casting lightning and him. Both of them will be. I don't know, I do kind of like the idea of wiping him out, but at the same time, I don't really need it just yet. I'll come back some other time. There's other loot around here, but whatever. Actually, I don't think I can get out that way. Let's head on back to the bonfire, and then we'll just start working our way through again. Thought it would for sure hit him. Oh well. Just make it a little bit harder. Well, at least it's right here. Jeez. Today's video's already been running a little long. I don't want to end it right here, but let's see if we can at least get up there towards the top of Sense Fortress. Sense Fortress is rather large, so I don't anticipate that we're going to be getting to the end of it today. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's going to take a minute, because again, we're kind of grabbing everything. I could do like a quick Soul Level 1 run, but I feel like that sort of defeats the purpose. I'm not here to just quickly run through and take advantage of all the various little aspects. It's more of a matter of I'm trying to defeat the whole game while being a level 1 character, you know? You gonna hit him this time? Awesome. It's much easier to tackle just the one. Might have a shield that's better for lightning damage, because he'll probably strike me. Yeah. Oh, I can't use it, that's right. Sometimes I forget I'm just Soul Level 1. Ever so slightly, but it's not worth it. Okay. Let's just run through with what I got. Gotcha. I always like to wait for the first ball to roll on down before I try anything, but it's also a case of, I think as I got far enough along, yeah, okay, that's right. It's not working its way down here immediately yet. Because the ball changes direction, that's why one went down this ramp before, and then one went down the other way, there's someone up there that controls this, and it takes them a minute to switch it, so... Down as fast as humanly possible and go to the left. Okay, good. So there's a few different things we did by this. The first thing is we want to stand here. You'll notice that these little balls are going to come down and fill up the hole on the right side of the screen. You can probably barely see it right under my camera. It takes a moment, but they will actually fill that up. It's kind of a little secret. Once it's been filled, the next ball that comes through will smash into the wall and will break it. And behind that wall, there is a really good item. It's called the Golden Serpent Ring, I think is what it's called. But it increases your item discovery. So, like when things drop that you want, it drastically increases it. As you can see, that ball just filled up the hole. Now the next one that comes through will smash through the wall. And when it does, we want to follow right afterwards ourselves. Go pick up that item. It's right here. Then, come over here. And wait for another ball, because this area right here is safe. Wait for another ball to come through, and then come back to the right. So now we have increased chance at gear, plus, when we wear it that is, increased chance of things dropping, plus we're now over here in a safe spot, which we're near a chest. It is not a real chest. If you take a look, this is actually going to be a mimic. And the easiest way to tell is if you look at the chain. There's two ways that chain will lay on the ground. It's curved no matter what. But if the links curve towards you and you notice the chest is actually breathing, it's a fake chest. If you try to use it, you will get killed almost guaranteed. As a soul level 1, you're guaranteed killed. If the chain is curling away from you, almost like a backwards circle, instead of curling forward like this one, that is a real legitimate chest. You can open it, you're going to be safe. Plus, you'll notice if you stand there, there is no breathing, unlike this one. So, let's try a big hit to start off as a big old FU. And then now we just have to be very careful to avoid its strikes, because these mimics, is what they're called, they do a lot of damage. But I knew about them beforehand, I was ready for this, so it's no big deal. And in exchange, you get a lightning spear. That might be helpful as a lightning weapon for later, but... Okay, so we're now working with this ramp. Pro tip, this can get you killed if you're not careful. You see how there's blood on it? That dried blood, that is an indicator of what's happening. So keep in mind. There's actually 2 levels that'll go up to. There's this bottom one that we have here, but then 2 above. The first one is completely safe. That's where you want to get off at. If it takes you up again, it will actually take you up into a thing of spikes, which is almost guaranteed death. You do not want this at all. If you look up, spikes, you're dead. So don't do that. This takes us up to an area you might be familiar with if you're keeping your eyes open before. And technically a ball could come down and destroy us. But if you're quick, that ain't gonna happen. And then now we want to move this bad boy. Once would take it down that way. Twice takes it down that way. But we actually want to do it only the once. Let's push it back. And again, another little secret here. What we're doing is that ball will now roll all the way down, and it's going to hit that guy that was, you might have seen him a minute ago. He was one of those lizards that was chained up to a wall. It'll hit him, and it'll slowly kill him. And also what it's doing is it is actually breaking up the wall all the way down at the bottom. And if you do that, you will open up to a few different things. There's going to be a usable soul that'll give you a whole bunch of extra souls, and also it'll give you access to an NPC that you couldn't normally get to. We don't have his key yet, though, but I still wanted to break the area. Well, actually, I think you might be able to open up with Master. I'm not sure. No, because you need that. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. We'll come back. But anyways, I just wanted to tell you about that. So let's move on. And there's 3 traps on the floor here. And you'll notice, actually there's more than one, but whatever. There's 4 on the wall and then 1 on the ground. The trick here is basically just run through. If you're good, chances are you're good. You're not going to be hurt along the way through it. So this is rough and it looks bad, but it's actually a lot better than you might think. If you stand right here, right next to the edge, nothing's going to strike you. And then what you want to do is basically prepare to run. There's a few different tricks. You can just run and make your way through, but you can't stop. You're going to get struck if you do. What I like to do is move until I'm right up against the edge of it and then bolt. And there you go. Damn it. I always forget the distance on that thing. And now I got to be especially careful because I'm pretty far in. And I don't want to die, so... Another large Titanite shard, and he will follow us because we made him unhappy when we saw him. He aggroed him, so 2 down. Don't have to worry about his long range if you head that direction, so because his thunderbolts can be annoying and kind of damaging. Something similar here. There's 2 approaches because there is a dude throwing lightning bolts from over there. The first option is to use like a bow or a crossbow, take him out from there. That's usually what I recommend. If not, you can actually work your way towards the end of this bridge if you really know how to move carefully. And then you can turn... I'll show you. That's the way I'm going to do it anyways. I'll just show it to you. Let's wait for him to throw his lightning. And then we're going to move across. Oh, I didn't touch it though! Oh, goodness. Alright, well, I guess that is where we're going to call it for today. Could have swore I didn't touch the trap on the way, though, which is why it's like, why did it go off? It's not supposed to. And I know I didn't touch it. Trying to play me there. Alright, well, we're going to go and call it here for today. We're going to make it up. It's not that hard. I just got kind of called on it. And we've made huge progress along the way. There's easy ways to get up now. It's not going to be a big deal. Thanks again for joining me today. This is fun. We're going to beat this. I know I'm going to beat this now. We're past the parts that normally make me nervous. So join us again tomorrow. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you do like what you're seeing. And I really hope you do. Take care. Have fun.